Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Publicis Thoughts. Today we have trailer number 4, and this is Zones as signature buildings and other feature highlights and stuff. So here we go. And I'm not going to have the audio on because I don't want to get copyright striked or anything like that and all that. But look at this phenomenal picture. Look at this right here. Look at this skyline. Look at this skyline. Stuff like that. And this also reminds me of like waterfront of like New York or any other industrial city that would have like factories on the shorefront and stuff like that. Look at that. That is so cool. Look at these signature buildings too as well. Look at this, looks so freaking cool. So here you've got another layout in the green of all these. These are probably like apartments and stuff like that. You know, you see the roads that are red. That's a lot of traffic. Orange, of course, is lower and all that. So you see this, and then you got blue or purple. I think that's like commercial and all that, of course. Oops. And then there you got purple and stuff like that. I think that's more of high density commercial property as well too. This is just phenomenal. Look at this skyline and stuff like that. You know what too is you can see too there's lights on in the building and stuff like that. And I mentioned this too before in the other videos too as well. And I really like this and stuff. It really gives it some realism to it as well too. So yeah, so you see here you've got residential is green, blue commercial, and then yellow is industrial, and then and all that. But look at this though. This feature right here is a zoning tool. You can actually line the whole area that you want to. In the old City Skylines, you would have to like bubble it. It was a pain in the ass and stuff like that. But this is really cool. I love this little feature and stuff like that. It really makes it a lot more easier to zone. And then you can individually zone different types as well too. If you see down here at the bottom, you've got little ones, and then you've got like other multiple like types and stuff like that you could put in there. So you could take the little squares and stuff like that and individualize what type of residential you want. And you could do the same thing with the commercial. You can do it with industrial, so on and so forth, and all that stuff too. But you know what too? I want you to look at this. Look at these maps. I wonder if these are the new maps that are like defaulted for the game. But look at these look so freaking cool. But you know what too? The modders are going to go crazy with this too as well, because there's a lot of really good modders out there, and the tools that the developers give people so that they can make maps and stuff like that. But this next feature is phenomenal. I want you to look at something too as well. So this theme says European Union. The climate has got rain and all that stuff. Latitude is North Hemisphere. Building areable is 16%. Outside connections, it's got road, tram or railroad. I can't, ferry, airport, and I guess it's electricity. And then natural resources. You can fertile land for wheat, forest, and I think that's heavy industry, and I think that's heavy industry as well too. But look at this. Whoops. So let's go back. Whoops. All right, let me see here. Okay, so look. So the next one here is North America and stuff like that too as well. But look at this. On this next one, select the map. You can go to the theme and stuff like that. And you can name your city to whatever you want. So like I would name my city Acid Rain's Glorious City, right? And stuff like that. And so you can do all this stuff. You can unlock certain things, or you can just do milestones and stuff like that, you know? So they're going to pick North America or European Union, which is cool too on itself. You can also have a mixture of European style buildings within your city as well too for zoning as well, which that's kind of cool though, right? And stuff like that. I'm not real big on that. I like my North America because I am an American and stuff like that. I really don't like Europeans style of housing and stuff. It's real blocky and stuff. I just don't like it. But look at these houses. Look at these neighborhoods. They look so natural And they look so good too as well, all this. Okay, so here we're back to this again. So a medium density for row housing. And you can select all that too as well. And then you've got a mix. You've got mix housing and all that too as well. And then you've got mix. You got low rent housing. So it looks like we're going to have some like not poverty, but lower rent, which is realistic and stuff like that. And you know how that is. A lot of times you get a lot of old style buildings, stuff like that. They're no longer used. And so now a lot of communities and cities are starting to build these up into like low housing areas and stuff like that too, as well. So, and that's good though. I mean, no matter what country you live in and stuff like that, nobody should not have uh, a place that they can call home. Nobody should be living on the streets and stuff. In this day and age, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world and stuff like that. There is an abundance of everything, and everybody should have a roof over their head, no matter what, and stuff like that. Look at this. Okay, so I wanted to point this out. I thought this was really really cool. So these are like in the US and I think in Britain too as well, they've taken a lot of like older buildings and have converted them and stuff like that. So we're talking like early turn of the 19th century and stuff like that. There was never any air conditioning in these buildings and stuff like that. So you see these little pop out little air conditioning things and stuff. They were put in after when we came into the 19th, the more of the 20th century and stuff like that, and air conditioning made its way into society and stuff like that. That's how actually a lot more people have done well in society and modernization and everything else, because air conditioners have made things a lot more interesting and a lot better for people. We've become very pampered now and stuff like that. But it's really, really cool. You see this a lot like on really big skyscrapers like in New York or Manhattan and stuff like that. You see this right here. You see these little air conditioners and stuff. So these are like old apartment complexes from the turn of the 19th century that were converted. Like in big cities like New York, Manhattan, uh probably Massachusetts, some of the big old big cities, even in places like LA too as well and all that. So um and it's done this and stuff like that. But so then you see more modernization if they take a building and they strip it from the inside and the outside and stuff, and they put in modern amenities and stuff like that too as well. So this is just showing all the different types of buildings that you could potentially have in your city and stuff like that. I really really kind of really like that. I like this and stuff like that, you know. It looks really 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 good, I think, and stuff. I really really like it a lot and stuff. I really like these and stuff. And then you see down here too. It looks like there's like these little like store fronts or something like that. You know, you see a lot more of this now where people are converting old buildings and stuff like that. And in the old days, a lot of people would live above their actual shop, that they would have their shop at the bottom and stuff like that. You would see that like in New York and big cities, big cities. See, you see this right here, advertise here and stuff, and you see all these fire escapes and all that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. I like seeing this and stuff. I live in Ohio, and in the Dayton area and stuff like that, they have been converting a lot of the old city buildings into actually lofts and stuff like that. Very affordable too, as well. I would say between 800 to maybe 1,300 for like 2, 3 bedroom apartments or loft or whatever and stuff. If you don't mind living like that, you know what I'm saying. And then at the very bottom, they got they're like giving all these incentives for people to open up different types of shops like coffee shops and restaurants and stuff like that. So you see here, this is commercial and all that, and you can see how that's working out like this and stuff like that. But you see this too. I really like this. Kind of reminds me of the firehouse from Ghostbusters, kind of, you know. So yeah. Yeah, like that. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Crap fish granules. I guess that's what it is. It's a Now this is pretty cool. Look at this industrial. So what they're doing and what they're talking about here is how this is dirty, heavy, industrial and stuff like that. And where you'll have a chain like a supply chain and stuff like that. So you start with the heavy minerals and heavy deposits and raw material, and you know start building out commercial spaces and big buildings and stuff that are like basically factories that are making products and stuff for your citizens and all that stuff. What I hope that we do get to as well is I want to see the ability to be able to trade outside and all that stuff. I know that we have outside corridors and routes and stuff, but is that artificial or is it real, or you know how that's going to work and stuff. I really hated City Skylines because the economy was not real and stuff like that. I know that you can only get it so much and all that, but you know, I hope that they can really work on that and stuff. But look at this industrial location, this building. This looks really real and all that. I really like it a lot and stuff. I hope that you can like build out these commercial buildings and stuff. So these purple areas too are office buildings, and I totally forgot that. So you've got also selection of types too as well, and all that. So you see all these different areas and all that. I really okay. Look at the skyline. This skyline looks phenomenal. I really like the aesthetics here and all that. I really do. So yeah. So yeah. Look at that. Looks really good. I mean, look at this. This looks like urban sprawl and stuff like that. In the early 19th century and into the 20th century and stuff, they called something called urban sprawling and stuff like that. And that's what this is and all that. Really cool. I know a lot of people don't really care for this urban sprawling and all that, you know, because like you could hand a uh, piece of soap to your next door neighbor, literally in a Cracker Jack box and stuff like that too as well. So this right here is another feature within the game which allows you to build a big industrial area, and that industrial area could be buildings, for example. It could be farming area. It could be other farming raw materials that make other products and stuff. So you see here, look at this. I really like this and stuff like that. It looks like wheat fields. And then you got the farm in the middle, and you got a few farming houses and all that. And then you've got all this heavy industrial and stuff, all that. And you can see here too, look at the wood and all that. You've got the forest and all that. And so yeah. So it's pretty cool. I like this. Look at that. Oh, look at that picture. That is just phenomenal, right? I love it. I love farming. I really do. I've never done any farming and stuff, but I follow a few people on YouTube and stuff, and I've learned a lot about farming. It's just so interesting and all that. So yeah. So what they're doing here is, and what they're talking about is, they're talking about commercial zoning of trying to get your finished products to commercial areas in which you have to zone and create commercial areas and stuff like that too. So now here we go right here. This is pretty cool. So I think we're coming to the end of the video and all that. See, and so now they're talking about signature buildings, and this is what they're talking about, signature buildings and stuff, where you can actually select buildings that actually function within that of your map. And this is considered a featured signature building and stuff. It gives a unique vibe to your city and your sprawl and what you're trying to do and all that. I really appreciate that too. I mean, look at this. This kind of reminds me of like San Francisco kind of decor and all that, you know? And then this kind of reminds me of New York, because I think that there's a building like this too in New York. I think that looks kind of like a teardrop. But look at this though. This is like an apartment complex. It looks like it's kind of like a mixture of like heavy city, and then look at this. It's got a pool on the top. Some rich motherfuckers at the top up there, right? So yeah. So and then you've got these. So this is what they're talking about. They've got these industrial factories that are like signature buildings that will function within that. They're kind of like specialty industry buildings and stuff like that that give you this extra just, you know, just look and all that. And so you can just plop them down and there you go, you know. Um, and then you've got another one you see there and stuff. I'm not real big on the whole plop but it's a signature, and all that. So yeah, but so there's more. So yeah, I'm not real big on the whole big city stuff. I like the more rural and stuff like that. I don't like to kind of cluster my whole city up into like these big heavy cities and all that. So yeah, but you can see all these different zoning and buildings and all that stuff. It's pretty cool though, right? So look at that. Oh, that kind of reminds me of the building in Ghostbusters again. The one where the Zorg and they blew off the top and all that stuff, and Zorg or whatever he was named. That's kind of cool. It looks like a church, right? Or a mosque, maybe. It kind of has a dome look there. So, but that's kind of cool though, right? Yeah. Look at that. See another one. You got no, I think that's just a full building right there. So yeah. So another specialty building and all that too as well. So yeah, I like this. I like this. Look at this helicopter right there. So yeah, we're just coming to the end of the video and stuff like that. I hope you really enjoyed my commentary and all that stuff. I really, really appreciate you guys all listening and watching my videos and stuff. You all have been wonderful. And I really, really appreciate what you have done. And I hope that you have really enjoyed my content. I know that some of the people have been listening to my content and say that I say this and that over and over and over again. And I really, really apologize for that. So let me know what you think down below. This has been Zones and Signature Buildings. Let me know what you think, everybody. Take care, everybody, and thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share that content. Again, thank you again. Take care, everybody. Bye.